Aries, I hope you're okay. I'm Clarissa, thank you for joining me. And we're going to do a general reading for Aries. Let's see what's in store for Aries. And if you like the messages in the video, then please like, subscribe, and share. Okay, Aries, let's see what's going on for you. Also must say that I like to pre-shuffle the cards extensively for the reading, just to see any messages come out. And 2 cards came out, Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles. So we are dealing with 2 people, one's very fiery, one's very grounded, likes to lead, both like to lead. Queen of Wands identifies an attractiveness, an appeal, and the King of Pentacles identifies a grounded man or grounded masculine energy, someone who likes to take control of the situation. Well, they both do, because Queen of Wands definitely does as well. Okay, let's see what the first card is. Okay, 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is feeling like there is a lot of going on. A lot of thoughts have been involved in the connection that you have. It's coming to near the end of the way it feels so intense. At the moment, the thoughts about this are intense. It could relate to the connection with the Earth sign. So it could be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Also, there is the fire sign that came out in the pre-shuffle. So it could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo as well. But there is an intensity with these thoughts, but it feels like it's at the peak of what it can be. It's changing now. It has to change now. Two of Cups. So 2 of Cups indicates that there is a definite emotional connection in this connection. So there is this thoughts about how it could be, how can we connect, how can we resolve these thoughts and change them into the duality of feelings and lovingness, some receptivity in this connection. There is this want to make things more bonded, more in line with the way you feel the concept of love is. The Chariot. The Chariot is the Cancer sign card, the high octave of Cancer. I was looking at the images. What comes out is, there is a choice that you want to make. You feel like you're going to be leading with your heart, making that emotional decision, making this decision to go forward, because this is the love that you want to search for. You want the love that connects with you in all areas of your life. One that takes you in a direction. One that is, it just feels a bit more free. It feels a bit more lived. You just want to live. You just want to be able to do certain things. Could be also doing with a Cancerian. I get the sense that it is this love. You're making the decision to go after the love that you want, search for this love. King of Cups, yeah. So your thoughts could be thinking about the intensity of these thoughts that you have. It has this kind of watery cloudness over it as well. Because you could be also dealing with a water sign male, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancerian. So there's again a lot of watery space in this reading so far. So there is this cloud over. Can you make this decision? Can you make these decisions? Because the intensity of your thoughts surrounding love have been really strong, and now you want to disconnect from how it feels. You almost feel like it's at the ending of this, barrage of, thought contemplation, and move it into this emotional space. You get to the point where you know how you feel, but there is a cloud over what is the right choice for you, what is the right decision. Can you make these connections to love? There is this, I was going to say, there is a container that you would like to have this element to just be free in what you want to do, and the way you want to do things, but there's this cloud over things. There's uncertainty. The devil is Capricorn energy at the center of the reading. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn sign, but it also feels as though there is something tying you to, maybe it's the concept of love, maybe it's the relationship, because there was 2 individuals here, or 3 individuals here. There is this tie-in, this bond with this person that is stronger than logic. the emotion that connects you to these energies, it brings out this, innate passion. It helps to see parts of what you want to live, at the moment, being in the present. But again, there is this. Is this for my benefit? Is this emotion that I'm exploring? Is it for my benefit? Do I need to make a decision to look for something else, to look for something further, to expand on these emotions, to feel a certain way? And so at the moment, you're feeling compelled to be led by your emotions, but there is something holding you here, holding you in space, holding you in this connection for some reason. Ten of Wands. So lots of action here, lots of passion. You just want this spirit. So this spirit of movement. Of course, Aries, they love to move. So Aries, you want to move. You want to feel like you're growing. You're creating decisive decisions. But it's still, at this moment, there's this emotion. But from that, of course, you're gonna know what to do. Of course, you're gonna know what the next step is. So the next step is action. You are going to take this decision, and then just you jump into that decision, because it's heart led, and because it's heart led, you trust yourself. You trust that you're making the right decisions. Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups with the King of Cups, it's almost as though, who you're dealing with is going backwards a little bit. Again, this is a water sign energy, so we've got Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer here. But it almost feels as though where these faults have contained you, it feels like you're going back a step. It feels like you're almost regressing back to past confusions, past emotions that were really, you feel like they have nothing to do with you now. You feel like you grow, you explore different emotions. So maybe something about this connection, it triggers certain emotions of the past. You feel like maybe they are moving backwards. You have a level of growth with them, and now they're kind of moving backwards, going back to some certain ways that you thought had changed. And now this is what's creating this confusion, because it's creating this little anxiety. And Aries don't deal with anxiety like they stir on it. they like move away from it. It becomes a trigger point, so they move. This is where the action element comes in, because you're at a point where you can feel this trigger, and there is a tie between you and this person, but because of the trigger, it makes you want to move. But I think the confusion is over the bond, the way the bond feels. It ignites in passion. Eight of Swords. Because this reading is so much about emotion, and logic, because there's like two sides to how the situation is played out. There's one that's emotionally connected, and the other side is based in the thoughts, the confusion of the thoughts, and you're doing your best now to contemplate over this idea of manifestation. You respect this bond, you like this bond, but at the same time, it's you are understanding the connection to this bond and the way it's making you feel is going to create certain outcomes, and you are so aware of this, and it's almost like you have the power over how you can determine which way it's going to go. So because of your innate ability to see, based on the emotion, based on this passion, how it makes you feel, you can see where it's going to go. So you're in this contemplation over manifestation of these emotions. Do you go with how it's making you feel, or do you make this change? Okay, so let's come out. The Fool card, yay! This is your card also. This is your outcome cards. I love. They are so amazing. You've got the Chariot, being led by emotion. You've got the Ten of Wands. This is creating decisive action. And then you've got the Fool card, which is about going on the journey. It is about taking the risk, taking the chance. It's moving away from things, creating that break in how it feels, because you definitely want to explore other things. With the Fool, it indicates that there is some, need to be a little bit cautious, because being so high spirited and just being the wanderer can meet situations. But this is where the contemplation of how much development you have gone through it takes place, because again, every step that we take creates the manifestation of 10 steps further, so we can see where it leads. So having to identify exactly what you want in your emotions, exactly how you want to feel, it makes this experience much more defined, much more meaningful. Okay, let's do some clarification. Using the Light Series card deck. Okay, Aries, let's clarify. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. Sorry, Nine of Swords. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Oh, nice. Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands has come out in your outcome cards. So the Ten of Wands over the Nine of Swords, it definitely indicates that you are prepared. You're fully prepared to take action, to move away from these confusing thoughts, these thoughts that are trying to tie you, hold you, stir you. Especially, when the sun goes down and you're in your own thoughts, you're definitely feeling like, no more, no more. Can you be involved in those thoughts of the past? Queen of Cups over the King of Cups. See, Queen of Cups, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but it's over the King of Cups. So again, it goes back to this, knowing there's a deep bond between in this connection. There was such a deep bond. It's almost as though there was a mirroring. There was such reciprocation, but something has changed on the way. Maybe it's because you've just developed more in your emotions, and you have your expectations are higher, coupled with the fact that this connection, the other side is almost something's happened in their life where they're been triggered, and they're almost kind of going backwards in the way they express their emotions towards you. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Page of Wands. Yeah. So for them, they may be feeling like they are regressing back to old emotions. Whereas you just want it to be light. You just want to, let's have fun, let's play, if we're going to regress, let's regress back to the childlike fun energy, not the repressed emotion energy. You're thinking, let's move forward, let's go further. But there is this opening of the way both of you look at things. It's becoming really noticeable. Beg your pardon. It's all going on your reading, Aries. I'm so sorry. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Six of Cups. Again, this bond. This is knowing that you two are bonded in this way. It's Six of Cups over the Two of Cups. This is clearly a soul connection. You've come into this life together to have the experiences together. So this is what I think creates the cloud, is because you have this deep knowing that both of you are supposed to be together, supposed to be linked, but it is almost as though the development of both of you is in this life is changing. It's meant to develop further and evolve into something, because you need to understand something about this life and about the concept of life. So it's a learning experience, but there is this deep connection knowing that you are bonded. Okay, let's clarify the Devil. Five of Swords. Yeah. So Five of Swords, this is again the tension within the thoughts over the Devil, which is a deep bond, which can come out in a negative sense. So again, there is this knowing that you've got to find this way to untie yourself from the negativity that comes out of this bond, because it creates a stir in the mind, a tension in the mind, confusion, this knowing that you've got to fight old concepts, and maybe something about the regression of the connection is it's triggering old beliefs that you feel like you've grown from. So, and that's the direction that you want to have. You want to move forward. So the Five of Swords, it indicates there is a tension, but this tension is highlighting maybe there could be some toxicity within this connection, just some regressing, underdevelopment. One person is looking for change, looking for evolution. The other person is almost as though they're stuck in their emotions, stuck in their thoughts. This one came out. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. I love clarifying, because when similar cards come out, it just creates such a concentration of energy, such a concentration of the message. And the Two of Cups is over the Eight of Swords. So again, there is this manifestation, knowing that you manifested this person into your life because they met you at a time where this is what you needed to see about certain things. This is the messages that you need to have in this life. The conversation with life and its expression through this connection. You have a knowing about this. This is a manifested relationship. So now this is what I think, part of that, knowing that foundation of how you two came together. This is what you want. This is what you desired at the time. This is also the tension. This is also the confusion. Let's clarify the Chariot. Five of Cups. See, because we're coming to the outcome cards, and a lot now the fives are starting to be introduced, so it definitely creates this focus on tension, focus on having to weigh up your thoughts and your emotions. With Five of Cups, it's definitely about your emotions. You know that you're making this decision over the Chariot is going to create a sense of emotional loss, a deep loss. But then you also know that with that loss creates a opening to have an introduction to new emotions. And this is the bittersweet part of deciding what you want to do. You know, if the outcome is you're going to be looking for something else, you're going to be searching for different connections. There is that sense of loss, but there is that sense of learning too. And then, you know, there is it creates this doorway now. You know, once you let go of certain things, let the emotions stir on it, let the emotions die down from it, and you have it opens up. You have the ability to know that something else is coming. You know, something else would come, but it's not easy to let go. Okay, let's clarify the Ten of Wands. I love your reading, Aries. Knight of Wands. So, you know, this would indicate that so it's fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. This indicates that this is definitely what you want. Passion. You definitely want, you know, passion. Sometimes you have to get over something. you need to change the way the energy is, you know, quite dramatically and very dynamically. This could be indicating that someone in the future is coming around. There could be this newer energy that's coming in, and the outcomes card. It could be the reason why you're having the this expansion of force, you know, creating this tension of force, because there could be an injection of a newer energy that is showing you that you know, there's more possibilities. You don't have to remain stuck in something that is ultimately projected onto you. Let's clarify the Fool card. Oh, the Star. Love it. This is Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with Aquarius, but the Star card over the Fool card, love it. Because the Star card is like a wish come true. It's definitely about manifestation. It's definitely like, you know, a spark of genius in knowing what you want, in the ideas that you have. So you have this idea going forward. Again, when I was discussing the concept of every step we take, it creates this ability to see the 10 step forward. We can kind of guide ourselves. The Star is like the guiding light. It's, you know, it's saying take the steps. It's over the Fool card as well. So the Fool card, taking this journey, this unknown journey. The Star card is, you know, letting the concept of the future guide you. Love it. Okay, let's see some love oracle cards now. just to spin everything on its head. Let's see what comes out in the love oracle cards. Come on, cards, work with me. That's it. Okay. 3 love oracle cards, please. 3 love oracle cards. Oh, the Runner. The Runner. So the Runner says, runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So, this definitely clarifies, especially the first set of cards, you know, where the relationship is coming from. Definitely someone feels as though, well, first of all, one person definitely wants to, you know, kind of maybe expand from this relationship into new relationships. The idea of the fear of intimacy definitely could be what is making this person regress. The fear of the future. Whereas one person has an embracing emotion about the future, and the other person is regressing from the ideas and the concepts of the future. Okay. Talking. Interested, conversing more, awaiting message, arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So yeah, you could be the connection at the moment could be not based in talking. So you could be waiting for a message, you could be waiting for some response, you could be waiting for some injection of what they think is whether it's on the same page as you. You could have been trying to communicate with them, and this could be what the trapping of the thoughts are. The first card, because when one person is willing to communicate and the other person is not, it creates a stir. It contains that person in their thoughts because they have no one to bounce it off of. Oh, too many cards there. Okay, too many people. If they want to jump out. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, want to date. So this could be the Knight of Wands here. Insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun, and then kisses. Unconditional loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. Yeah. So this definitely highlights what you want. You are sure of what you want. You want passion. You want kisses. You want someone who is not shy to let you know that they like you. This is what you're wanting. So it's kind of as though if this person is not being able to reciprocate these feelings, show you these feelings, then you are prepared to, inject something else, introduce yourself to something else, and just feel better about who you are in the concept of passion. All right, so let's get some oracle cards, angel oracle cards. Let's see what we got. Get some answers for Aries. What answers do we have available for Aries? Vulnerability and freedom. I love this card. It really highlights that we are allowed to feel vulnerable, because having that vulnerability in discovering our emotions does highlight what we want and does create that freedom. I love this for you, Aries. Divine timing. Love that. You know everything happens when it's supposed to. There's a reason why this relationship is triggering certain emotions within you now. There's a reason why it's highlighting certain things. This could be, having to have more conversations. If you're deciding that you want to remain in this connection, there has to be this level of communication. Maybe it's highlighting the fact that there needs to be an evolution of this relationship. Spiritual growth. Yeah, this is where it leads to a lovely answer as well. This is what it's all about. This is why it's triggering certain emotions, certain thoughts, because there is this need to have the spiritual growth. There is this need to know that what you want now is definitely could be different from the future. We are allowed to change the way we want things. We're allowed to inject new emotions into our life. This is definitely about who we are as human beings. We can be flexible like that. It's not all just staying one emotion all your life. Let's move, and this is definitely what it is for you, Aries. Spiritual growth. Okay, Aries. Love this reading for you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.